What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellania. Today I've got a post review for you. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. I want to talk to you a little bit today about a post review of a piece that I have. This one is Loto Lunar from UltraMar, by UltraMar from Lazy River Crafts. Right here we go. I will flip her on over for you. Now, this one, I really think she is lovely. I hope you guys do too. Now, I will pop a photo up here on the screen so that you can see what she looks like, but I will kind of go into some particulars, but I at least wanted you to see the finished piece from a little further away before I take her up on the tabletop and we take a closer look. But while I have her down here, and she's kind of in the far shot, there are some things that I want to show you. I like the shine on this. Isn't it nice? You can kind of see like the purplish tone up in here from some of those ABs. And then down here in the water, again, some more of the ABs are kind of shining through. And in the far away, there's a few other things that I wanted to point out while it's down here. Now, some specs on this kit. She is a 60 by 82 in square. There are 44 colors. There were, oh goodness, some ABs. I believe there were 4 ABs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABs, sorry, and one up there is a metallic that you can see in the moon. And this one I really did enjoy. Now, I have to say first and foremost that UltraMar over at Lazy River Crafts is one of my very favorite artists. She is also available on Bella Art. I know she's got a piece over at Jaded Gem Shop. So you can find UltraMar in a few places. I love, love, love her artwork. And so this piece really spoke to me. I love the delicateness that you get from UltraMar's pieces and just the whimsy that I feel like she brings to a lot of her artwork. Now, I have to admit to you, I recorded this earlier and then I went to upload the file. It was corrupted. I'd already thrown out my trash long before I realized that I corrupted the file. So I don't even have the trash to show you, but there was quite a bit of trash. Not gonna lie. Was a little bit, expecting that, I feel like, because, resin is kind of a mixed bag in that way, depending on what company you get it from. And then the other part is that this is computer rendered. This is not a hand rendering. And so computer render can be a bit of a mixed bag. Now, when you are looking at this from a distance, you're not seeing the things that a person would see in person, up close and personal. And when I get you up on the tabletop, I'll show you a little bit more about that, and you're going to get a close flyover and a good look at the canvas, the bits and pieces, all of that. So I won't keep you too much longer from that. The other thing that I did want to point out, again, I'll wait until we're up on the table. So why don't we go ahead, and before I get further along, let's hop aboard House of Miscellania Airlines and enjoy your flight. All right, welcome back. So I wanted to go over a few things with you. Now, first of all, as I mentioned before, this is from Lazy River Crafts. Sorry that I do not have my trash to show you. I really wish I would not have corrupted the file, but a few things that I would like to discuss. First, starting with the canvas. Now, this canvas is not what you kind of like, I guess, come to expect from some companies where they have the much softer backs on them. This canvas is very rough on the back, and then you can see kind of on the edging here where it is not your typical kind of poke and scallop. It is a scallop and sort of like a stamping, and that has not led to any issues with regard to fraying or anything like that, but it is a very rough canvas. The other thing that I will mention is that there are people who have been ordering from Lazy River Crafts, and it seems like there's something going on wherein orders are taking several months to arrive to people. I don't want to talk anymore about that, but please be aware that if you are ordering from this company, the wait time is very, very long. This one in particular, I ordered this before the Lunar New Year, which is back in February. China takes the entirety of the month off, and then when they, come back into production, things tend to move a little more quickly. I did wait, I believe it was probably 3 to 4 months before I got this one, which I kind of expected, but it turns out a lot of people are waiting that and longer now. So please be aware of that before you do place an order with Lazy River Crafts. You are going to be waiting a long time. And then other things that I said I did want to discuss when I got this up here. Now, my last piece that I finished from Lazy River Crafts was a round. That was Mermaid Tea, and I did really enjoy that piece. And the acrylic drills did not, scare me off or anything. Now with the squares, again, I did run into trash drills, quite a few of them. And then the other issue that I've run into with the square is there are some gapping issues. Now, I wouldn't call them like glaring major gapping issues where I was so frustrated I wanted to quit, but I think if I fill them in with mica, it will be better. Now, I am going to move my camera a little bit so that you can see, and then once I come back, we'll be a little closer to the canvas. All right, so I've moved you a little closer, and I think that you can kind of see pretty easily like where I'm talking about. Now, obviously, this was much more noticeable in the lighter parts of this canvas than in darker parts, where the gapping does not seem to be as noticeable or really as large. And I don't think that the drills are anything, bigger in the darker parts. I think it's just a lot easier to camouflage because, like there is a gap in here that I see. Or, you know, when you see the shine, if you can, when you see shine off the back of the canvas through the drills, it's like, okay, there's a gap or what have you. But really, in all honesty, in the dark parts, you don't notice so much, but because a lot of this piece is lighter, you do tend to see those gaps. Now, you can fix those with mica powder is one thing that you can try, but it was pretty noticeable in the lighter bits. Now, like again, down here in the water where we have some darker parts, it is not nearly as noticeable, but you know, there you have it. That's just kind of the way that it is with lighter canvases. See, you can see here, there's some gapping again. Now, the other thing, while I have you close, that I did want to point out that I want you to be aware of when you order from a company that uses a computer render instead of a hand rendering, is that you start to run into some odd colorations. So like here in her chest area where it's darker, they start to pull in grays and, you know, these kind of orange colors, etc. Or it was really noticeable in her face. And then you start to see like these dots of darker colors where when you are at a viewing distance, those things do not seem to be as glaring. Her forehead really kind of threw me off because it's like a pink, a baby pink, and then these gray, greenish sort of drills in there to bring about some shading. Her ear was also very, very pink and then more gray drills with, you know, these grayish, bluish drills here. That's kind of standard. Again, when you use computer rendering, they use some bizarre colors to fill in the gaps where you would not see that with hand rendering. They would make it a more solid kind of deal. You get much softer lines with computer rendering, and that can be kind of a double-edged sword. You know, you get a lot more confetti. That is another thing about a piece that's computer rendered, is that you are going to deal with a lot of confetti. Now, again, if you don't have problems with this and you are at viewing distance, it looks really great. So let me move you back away from this so you're not like looking deep into it, and you can see a little bit better again what the benefit of having some space away from it will do. All right, moving back out, obviously, some of those very glaring, strange things like the color of her ears blend out. You don't see them nearly as closely as when you're just right up on it. And honestly, I think for all of that, even the, you know, the gapping that you see in the light parts of her hair, you don't see them as much. This part that was over here, that was pretty easy to spot when you're up close. Now, some of these, yes, you're going to see those things even from kind of viewing distance, but that's kind of the nature of the beast. The drill field is not tight, but it is, I feel like, tight enough. Now, with regard to the moon over here, that was actually something that was supposed to be gold from the company, but I had received white drills. Stephanie was really cool. I got in touch with her. I said, hey, I got white drills, not gold. So she actually placed an order for me from DP with Sparklers and sent me 3 different varieties to choose from. And I went with the actual gold because I thought it went the best with the canvas. So I appreciated that she took care of that right away. I had no issues. I got those drills pretty immediately. But again, I would say kind of use your best judgment. If you are looking to get a canvas very, very quickly, you're probably not going to want to order from a company that takes a long time to render out and send you your canvases. But customer service as far as issues was good. And then price points. Now, she tends to render in a larger size. on many of her canvases. So you're going to see a bit of a sticker shock when you look at her prices versus, let's say, Amazon, for instance, or Diamond Art Club. Because some of their things are built in and they've been able to bring their price points down. This canvas, if I remember correctly, cost me about $105, thereabouts. And it is, again, in the 60 by 82. Now, I could be completely incorrect on the size. I will pop the price of this canvas up on the screen, and then you can have a better idea of pricing, things like that. But all in all, I did enjoy the canvas. It did take me, I started this kit on the 5th of June, and I finished it in October, for a couple of different reasons. One, I was working on other projects, and two, with the confetti heaviness, I really needed to break out to other pieces in the meantime. Like, yeah, there are some color block parts in here, but it is a lot of confetti. So, you know, that can be a slog after a while. So do be aware, like I said, that you're going to run into some confetti heavy issues when dealing with computer rendered pieces. But all in all, I do think it is a nice finish. And I think if I'm ordering from Lazy River Crafts again, if I do, it would probably be a round and not a square, just because unless she wants to offer some hand rendering, which would be great. It's a lot to try and work with squares and with all the confetti and those sorts of things. So just be aware of those things again when you're ordering. But I think it's a lovely finish. I will hang it up at some point with my others when I move up into my craft room. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you enjoy diamond painting content, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're feeling real adventurous, you can join my members. Members get access to videos early and other really cool content. So I hope to see you again, and as ever, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful, warm, wide, wonderful world, that you are having a gorgeous morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I'll see you again next time, guys. Bye-bye.